Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Last Guy's Adventures. I am your host, Daniel, and in this episode of Last Guy's Adventures, I will be down in the Florida Keys. So you'll be able to see some snorkeling at some of these state parks they have down there, as well as some lobstering and actually sight casting some permit as well. So it's not all about fishing, but it definitely shows you what it's like to live down in the Florida Keys and all the cool things you can do. If you haven't been to the Keys, definitely do it. It is a bucket list destination. Pretty much any key down there you can go to and just have a blast. So hope you guys enjoy the video and please subscribe.
Let's go. Right now in this portion of it, we're swimming in, I believe it was 690 feet of water, and we kind of just swam down a little bit. I mean, complete open ocean, absolutely gorgeous, and just kind of like crazy. And here I'm just sort of sinking down, wanted that cool picture, but I wasn't very far down. Now here we're actually snorkeling at one of the parks, not allowed to fish, so all these fish just love to come and enjoy the, well, just being free from fishermen not trying to catch them. One trick I learned though, and I highly recommend it, is if, fishing's not best or you just want to have a nice day while snorkeling, bring squid. You can hand feed them sometimes like this, or you can just kind of chum them up to get in the area. I won't guarantee that sharks won't show up, but I didn't see any show up. Anyway, it's pretty cool though, just to kind of be surrounded by all these fish and just have them come and eat out of your hand. Yeah, he got the best of me and saw the opportunity and took the bait right out of my hands. Excuse my snorkel talk, trying to talk to my buddy Ben on the boat. Anyways, the fish here, the ones with the yellow tails, are yellowtail snapper, for those of you who didn't know, and the other ones are called sergeant majors. And as you can see, I'm just sort of in a cyclone of them, just spinning around, and I mean 30 feet down, and they're just thick and swimming around looking for some food. So that's why I highly recommend the squid. Nothing like it. Now this was where I was just diving down to see what was down on the bottom part of it. If you look, there is actually a grouper hiding among all the plant life down there. I tried to slow it down so you could kind of see it, because he is very well camouflaged if you don't know what you're looking for. But yeah, it's just amazing to get down there and see the different kinds of fish and just all the different colors that you can find in this ecosystem. Gotta go snorkeling if you never have before. I mean, you see barracudas and you see sharks sometimes, but they don't really bother you. Now, switched it up, and this was after lobstering season, or I think it was the mini season is what it was. So we were just trying to go for fun, see if we could find some. I had never been lobstering before, so Ben was showing myself and Caitlin and Alicia how it was done. I was sort of a quick learner. Plus, I'm Cuban, so I have that ability to just swim very well. So I remember now this was actually after mini season, but it was during the actual lobster season. So we were trying to see if we could find some keepers, have that and some mahi, but didn't end up finding any keepers, so we did just have some fun. Very new to this, so we're trying to figure out the right way to measure it and do all that. If you're gonna do it, I mean, you need the bully stick, you need the net there, and you need that little scale to make sure you measure it correctly, because just like with anything, you know, you don't want to get caught with an undersized species, whether it be a fish or a lobster or a crab. You just got to be careful with that because it's big fines and they can take all your stuff away pretty much. But it was fun to do in general. I had a blast on this trip and got to go to the Keys. There's so many fish down there, like it's crazy. Oh yeah, I got 2 in this one. It was cool. Can't complain about that. I think I got a total of 7 in the net. Just to be clear, I meant 7 caught total, not 7 in the net at one time. Just wanted to make sure everyone knew what I meant there. Here is a different day. It's kind of hard to see, but if you know what you're looking for, you can kind of see it. There is actually a small shark swimming in front of me, and that's what I'm continuously throwing to. This is on just a flat. I didn't really know, what I was doing. I wanted permit, I wanted bonefish, and I wanted tarpon, and I wanted them all on fly. So I kind of talked with some people, figured out where a good flat was, pulled over to the side of the road, took my kayak and paddled out there, and started just kind of self-guiding myself. Did see some sharks, saw some stingrays, and yeah, it was just cool. Water's crystal clear down there. Water was calm, and there wasn't much wind, so it was nice and peaceful. When I was throwing to the shark, I had beefed up my leader a little bit just in case, I actually did get him to bite. I was a little more prepared for it. But I had a leader already set up for permit and bonefish, which I want to say it tapered down to 15-pound test or maybe 12-pound test. I don't really remember. So when I saw some fish tailing like I do here, which you can kind of see, I decided to switch it back, but I had to do just one straight line of 12-pound test.
No!
To the best of my knowledge, that was a permit that bit my fly and took off like no tomorrow. Between them and bonefish, they just swim like nothing's in their way, and they just fly and zip out all your line like that. There I am spooking the rest of his school. And remember when I mentioned the 12-pound test? Well, what had happened was my leader had actually cut itself at the connection knot to the fly line. So had I had it properly tapered down and didn't have crap 12-pound test, I may have actually, stood a better chance against him. But no, he took off and got away. It was crazy.
That was wicked awesome.
Now, I did lose the permit, which, it was a pretty good sized one because I have caught small ones before and they didn't run me like that. But I lost him. It happens. That's fishing. But yeah, I was just happy with the fact that I was able to self-guide myself and manage to find and hook up with a permit. Something that I really don't see where I'm from and definitely don't see up here in the Panhandle now. At least not to my knowledge. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this episode of Last Cast Adventures. Please subscribe, like, share, post to your friends. Get the name out there. I really, really appreciate it. And stay tuned because next week's another video.